Today, we talk about gaming on 0%.
We're also going to talk about, as we usually do, the gaming moments of the week, along with some crazy gaming news coming out of a hacker that used a cell phone, a hotel TV, and a Fire Stick.
Also, we'll be talking about the Frontiers of Pandora, the new Avatar game.
Hello, welcome to GG Rated. We hope you enjoy the show. Now here are the hosts.
All right. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's got another episode. This is episode 20. Episode 20. Can you believe it, Gray?
Dude, they say once you get past 20, you've done better than many other podcasts. Like, you actually have a chance of making it, man.
Because we are better. We are better. And the way we're going to bring in this episode 20 is we got an awesome co-host today, an awesome guest to kind of help us talk about a new game, Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora, I believe it is. His name is Daniel, and we'll let him introduce himself, man.
I'm Daniel Milner. I have been friends with Josh for, many years now. He's probably one of the best gaming buddies I've ever had, so I'm just really, really happy to be on the show.
That's right. Totally agree. Daniel is a big-time gamer. He is a wealth of knowledge when it comes to all things gaming. And really, I think he's going to do a great job today breaking it down for this game that he's really been enjoying. Every time I've talked to him about it, he's like, man, this game is so awesome. So I'm excited for him to talk about Avatar today.
Oh, and I have to say, like, I haven't known Daniel even close as long as Gray, but we've been playing a little bit with the finals and stuff, really getting into it a little bit. He's been awesome to play with. He has a different perspective on a lot of things, so I think he's gonna give a different perspective and kind of give you a really good breakdown of this new game. So I'm glad to have you on the show, Daniel, and I'm excited to see what what the deal with it.
It's a great Christmas present too, because it's Christmas Eve. Hello, 2023. Merry Christmas, 20th, everybody. I forgot to say. Merry
20th
Christmas.
episode.
20th episode.
Christmas Eve.
Eve
Daniel's on the show.
Special. Woo! And I'm a little
Merry
sick.
Christmas,
as you can
everybody.
probably tell, my voice is a little bit crazy. I got to talk a little bit lower, but it's going to be all right.
Josh is a champ, though.
It's
all
champ,
good.
bro. I'm a champ. Speaking of
It works
champs,
for you.
let's talk about our gaming moment of the week. How about it? I'm trying to find the soundboard.
Gaming moment of the week.
Gaming moment of the week. All right. Welcome to this gaming moment of the week, brought to you by Daniel Thor's Hammer Milner. Isn't that the name of Thor's Hammer? Milner?
It is. It's said the same, spelled different, but I use it for sure.
Okay, sweet. So if you want, you can start us off with our gaming moment. What was your favorite gaming moment this week?
Gosh, my favorite gaming moment is very, very easily on Frontiers of Pandora. In the show, in the first movie, whenever Jake is climbing up the Hallelujah Mountains to get his Ikron.
Yep.
This game, provides that same feeling that you got watching him, that kind of grandeur of the atmosphere, the area, and then of course you're trying to catch this little mini dragon. So what's not to like about that? And just the moment that you jump off and fly on him was the best. How to put it? In games, you've flown before or glided before, but this game does it so much better. It's just.
Is it kind of like you walk out in that open world kind of sense? Whoa, like this. That
being on the ground in that world is amazing, and then you jump off and you're flying over it, and it just. It gives you that same feeling all over, but it just shows how big that world actually is.
Do you have to tie your tail or your hair to him? Which one is it that has the little things that you tie together?
Your little hair, yeah.
Okay, your hair.
It's part of a cutscene, so you don't actually do that part, but you have to calm him down, and get close enough to him for him to actually do it, and he runs off a couple times. It's great.
Cool. That's awesome.
That's cool.
I bet that was.
I'm sure we're going to
sweet.
hear a lot more about it coming up at the end, talking about the game. I'm sure. That's awesome, though.
That's really good.
Okay. Well, I don't have much this week on Game of Moment. Play a little Madden, play a little Apex, so nothing really too big, just kind of chilled.
Mm-hmm.
But I know you got a Game of Moment of the week, Gray. So what you got, man?
I do. So I'm not going to say where I was the other day, but I was doing some gaming on my Steam Deck and was trying to get the internet to work. I was having some issues, and so I had to go out to the bathroom to play. And my Steam Deck was starting to run dead, and I didn't know it. And we were in the middle of a game of Halo. It was actually me and Daniel. And my Steam Deck said 5%. And for any of you that play Halo or that play on the Steam Deck, once you hit that, I mean, you're pretty much done. So we were in the middle of like a really close battle. Like it was on that map, Daniel, where in the middle you can go up in a tunnel.
You can jump across.
Across, yeah. And then there's the what is it called? The cloak that's there in the middle. And we were going back and forth with this other team, and I think we started.
It was neck and neck.
Yeah, it was neck and neck, and we started to come back on them. And dude, I swear, the last few minutes, because I kept on like every time I would have a second, I would hit the Steam button or the button on the right side, and I would check the battery level, and dude, it was on 0%. And the game was still
going.
Yeah, dude, it was still going, and I was like, please don't die. And we won the game. I actually got to finish the game. And yeah, we went to overtime. I totally forgot about that.
Did it I just want to know, did it die immediately after you won?
No, it didn't die. I even had time to like turn it off and everything. And that never happens, dude. I swear, when it hits like 5%, like I would be playing and it would be balls to the wall, and then all of a sudden it would say 5%, 3%, 0%, and I was like, oh no. So it was like all these stresses, and it was high intensity. It was so fun having that extra element of like, this could die at any moment, you know.
I totally suspect Daniel at least once during that whole situation to be like, don't you die on me, Gray. Don't you die on me.
Literally, like the game dies. So that was a pretty cool
moment. That could have
been
the gaming moment of the week, because that was last second you got us into overtime too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Gray's pretty good at Halo, dude. I'm telling you, he's pretty good at it.
Thank you, man. That's
his go-to game, kind of like my Apex.
Yeah.
He's
for me too.
He's all in.
Yeah, it's fun.
When it comes to shooter games,
I'm glad you can feel Gray's void of Halo while I'm playing some Apex. You know, so
yeah, Gino
Halo is good though. I do like Halo. Yeah,
but he actually uninstalled it, so he hasn't been playing it too much.
Yeah.
But I know, dude. I should buy you a Halo theme hard drive so that you'll always have it to play. That might be what I buy you for
have
Christmas.
that one.
Just that.
Oh, do you
just
really?
That for itself.
Yeah. That's funny. But that was my game in the moment. It was pretty fun, pretty cool. But next time I'm going to make sure I have my charger handy or have it charged up. But
the Steam Deck never lets you down, bro.
Steam Deck
I just want to throw that out there.
It did not let me down. It was awesome. So
that was a great game and moment of the week for both of y'all. Like I said, I haven't had much. Just playing a little chill, Halo, the normal stuff, football games. I'm still undefeated on Madden right now on my franchise, so I'll give kudos on that. But that's it. That's all I got. So I think maybe we can slide into the gaming news that I'm really excited to talk about on this one. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right. Gaming news of the week. Daniel, Gray, I got to talk to y'all about what I read, and I think is so fascinating with this. We have this guy that everybody's heard about, the leaks that came out of Insomniac in reference to them getting hacked, where Wolverine, like official alpha gameplay was leaked where they could actually play it on PC, actually.
Yeah.
Wolverine. It's very pre-alpha stuff or alpha gameplay. So I would not recommend that to anybody that's trying to play that. But there's a whole bunch of other stuff, with Social Security and all this stuff, Social Security numbers and personal data leaked out. So we definitely do not. I want to make sure I put out there that we don't agree with that sort of thing as well, right? And I don't really like the leaks too much. But you have to listen to the leaks when they come out. Well, along with these leaks comes the guy they was talking about Capcom in the past getting hacked, if everybody remembers that, where they had their 10-year plan of all their games leaked, along with GTA 6. Remember the alpha trailer got leaked of their gameplay trailer, I guess, got leaked way prior, back in June or July. Well, there was a kid that apparently leaked that. Well, the story behind him is that he was actually detained in custody with police from hacking another company, leaking out stuff. And he was at a Econo Lodge, a hotel or something like that. And while he's detained, all he had was a mobile phone, an Amazon Fire Stick, and a hotel TV. And he hacked into Rockstar Studios and got the GTA 6 data. I mean, while he was in custody for something else.
That's crazy.
The reason we heard about this is he officially got life in a mental hospital until he is deemed to no longer be a danger to society.
Wow.
Guys, I don't know about y'all on this, but I feel like this guy has such a special talent, right?
Yeah,
that I can see him
like a movie.
It does. I think we was talking about that a little bit. There's a movie out in reference to Checks with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Catch Me If You Can.
Yes.
And he's really good at it, and he ends up working for the FBI, I think, to track down other people who are good at like identity theft and stuff.
Daniel, do you think that this guy is going to show back up with the FBI? We're going to have like a documentary.
Hands down. I mean, somebody that talented and young, come on. Like, somebody needs to snatch him up, train him, and just like allow him to work for the good.
Yeah.
I think they should do a movie. So do you remember the movie The Social Network, about how they created Facebook and everything? David Fincher
stole Facebook. Yeah.
I think he should direct this movie about this guy. That would be really cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's a wasted talent, I feel like, for this guy just to be sent and getting pumped with pills to take every day at a mental hospital. But we don't really know who this guy is and how he really is. He might be kind of really crazy. But
did he demand $2 million from Sony, or was this a different?
I don't know all the details.
Insomniac.
Yeah. Well,
it's not the same guy. It's not the same guy.
Okay, so this is a different attack.
Yeah, that's an ongoing criminal investigation with Insomniac, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know who that is, but all this brung to light in reference to the GTA 6 hacker, which is this kid, and it got leaked out, or not leaked out. That would be comical. It came out that he did this hack for GTA 6 during court. The jury heard it, so it's public record that he hacked it with a cell phone, crazy. Fire stick, and a hotel TV. And now we all know how the internet is at the hotels,
like Iron
right?
Man. Yeah.
He does. But the internet had to be like 10 megabytes,
Yeah.
And it's just crazy that he was able to do that while in police custody too.
Yeah.
So
there was another attack too on December 12th from the ransomware group Resida, RHYSIDA, where they demanded $2 million from Sony's Insomniac games.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. That's a criminal investigation that they do not know.
That is the
who did that yet. Yeah, it's two separate situations.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're trying to track down this group of hackers that did this, but this guy did it by himself. It sounds like he wasn't.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. So wow.
He did Rockstar, which is the leak on on the GTA 6 data.
GTA 6.
But,
gotcha.
Yeah. Now we don't know who did Capcom either, but here's one thing that I would note is, and kind of get your opinion on this. There's a lot of personal data. It'd be like if we both worked at Insomniac, right? Which is partners with Sony. They were requesting $2 million. They said they would not release the data and all that stuff, right? In personal documents.
Right.
Do you think they should pay the money to stop them, because I feel like everybody's in the same agreements. Capcom, Xbox, all of them, PlayStation, to not pay the ransom, because once you do, you open up all these other hackers and say, hey, there's money involved in this. We can get money if we can hack.
There's another place of that where there's people that actually do something called ethical hacking, where they're going to try to find a vulnerability in a program or a company, and then they actually let them know, like, hey, I found this. This is how folks could get into your system. And then they'll pay them a bounty, like a reward for finding it. That's an ethical way of doing it. But these guys,
I think PlayStation, Nintendo does that too.
Yeah,
Nintendo
so like if you can do some like ethical hacking to actually help out the company. But I don't know, this is kind of hard, because after they hack it and they demand that money, they potentially could stop other people from hacking it the same way. Like they're gonna be able to fix that afterwards, and it might be less damaging on the company if they just pay them. But I'm like you, like I wouldn't want to pay them, because that would just want them to do it more to you, maybe. Like,
yeah, or they might go against their word and still leak it out, and how they're $2 million richer. You know,
exactly. That would be a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, I would definitely say don't pay them, because if you do, like you said, they would have $2 million, and who's to say that they wouldn't still leak the data? And yeah, I'm sure they're going to lose probably a lot of money and lawsuits and a lot of other things with the information leak, especially the personal information. The gaming and like the game, I guess, leaks, that to me would be less important than like, okay, all of my employees' personal info is out there now.
Right.
And so like,
yeah, and they leaked a whole terabyte of data, Insomniac data.
Almost 2.
A whole terabyte. Yeah, almost 2. I mean, that's a large amount of data. So it's not just a trailer as well. And you saw what they did to the kid that just leaked the trailer. You know, he's life in mental hospital now, you know, but I will say I'll go with Gray, since it's such a wasted talent. Maybe Nintendo and them should hire him, not FBI agency. Maybe because nobody is. Let me tell you one thing that nobody is doing, and I don't know if I'm mean by thinking this, but nobody's pointing the finger at PlayStation. This is like the second or third time they've got hacked. You know, and you know, if y'all remember back in 2012, 2011, something like that, I think they got hacked so bad that they gave out free games to people,
really?
To say like, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
because it was all of our information. It wasn't their employees.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this ain't the first time this happened. When are we going to start looking at these companies and saying, look, y'all got to start doing something. Hire these people like the guy that got arrested for the GTA 6 and say, hey, I need you to come in here and tell me what I need to do to stop this before
it sounds like they need to start paying other people to hack their system so that they can do away with all those vulnerabilities. They need to take that $2 million and start paying other folks like, hey, find everything wrong here so this does not happen again, because it's happened too many times now.
Yeah, because when's the last time we heard of Nintendo getting hacked? I'm just throwing it out there. And they literally, that program that Gray is talking about, Nintendo does. Yeah. They'll literally have ethical hacking where they report to them and they get money, a lot of money. If it's a big bug, they actually give them that money. So
I think
that's some crazy news, man.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of the big reasons that I think Xbox was one of the first people to start the whole beta testing, was so that they could find all of these loopholes and places that people could get in. It wasn't necessarily to find bugs and things that you could hack the game. There was a lot more to it from what I understand.
I agree. But that was a gaming news of the week. Do y'all have anything else? Because I thought that was pretty huge that we had to go over for the gaming news of the week.
That is some big news, man. Why don't y'all write us in the comments and tell me what you would do different if you would, like, let's just say you had a lot of this information. Let's just say you had some, like, videos or some text you did not want out and you got hacked. would you pay up? Let us know in the comments.
That's a good question. That's a really good question. Yeah, definitely let us know.
Yeah.
And when you do, leave a comment. Make sure you leave a like as well and subscribe for further content. Thank y'all guys.
That's
Appreciate
right.
it. Going into it, Gray, you want to throw us into the other segment that we have?
So now it's coming to our main event with Daniel Milner going over Avatar, the new Avatar game that just came out. This is the game overview. Game overview. Start. All right, Daniel.
Thank you for that.
You like that build up? You like that build up?
Yeah.
Yes, I feel like it might be too much of a build up for me, but man, this game. Gosh.
Let me do this. Let's do this. We can kind of break it down. Let's start with, if you don't mind, tell us what the game is about. Okay,
so you create your character. You can do a boy or a girl. To begin with the previews, it seemed like you weren't going to be able to choose your gender, but it looks like they changed that because they understood that some people want to play as their gender or the opposite. Mm-hmm. But you create your character, and you were a kid that were kidnapped by the Sky People, and they tried to brainwash you to use you as soldiers against the Na'vi. Now, they tell you as kids that you were just there to help broker peace and trade medicines and that kind of stuff, but I think we all know that was not the purpose.
Yeah, no.
But that's how it all starts. It all comes down to, and then once you grow up, you get free, and you then bring the fight back to the Sky People, which have returned
the dirty Sky People. And if we didn't say, this is Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. I think I just said Pandora. It's Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. I guess it's out on everything. It's out on PC,
it's
Xbox,
out on
PlayStation 5.
PlayStation, Xbox. Awesome. It's on PC. It's on the Epic Store. I don't think it's on Steam.
Do you hear any rumors or anything? I don't know if you do, of it maybe coming to Steam at some point, or
I haven't seen anything, but in the past, the Epic Store has usually released it on their store, and then later it usually gets put on Steam. So I have hope.
So can you tell us more about the story in the setting of Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora? How does it tie into the events of the movie? I'm sure you saw the movies. Is it tied in any towards the movies?
So I haven't beaten the game yet, but from what I understand, this is right. It starts right before the big war that Jake Sully starts with the Sky People and runs them off of Pandora. So there's a point where all of them are rushing to leave the compound, and they're trying to get out of there. And I assume, they don't say, but I assume that's when they are kicking all the Sky People off of Pandora. And then when you wake up, you're in cryo freeze, and you wake up, that is when they are coming back, and you are trying to escape the compound to rejoin
that's so cool.
the Na'vi.
That's so
cool.
Oh
yeah, it's so cool.
That's awesome.
So just another question I want to throw out at you. So does it have any multiplayer components such as co-op or competitive models?
It has co-op. It has co-op.
Oh, it does. There you go, Gray.
I would like to see a competitive in the future. I think it would be really fun to maybe do kind of like how Call of Duty has Rebirth, where it's a small map. Yeah. I think that would be really fun to use your bows and your...
Dude. And just think about all the different classes that you're able to do, because you have all different types of Na'vi. You have the Sky People, that's the humans, but you have the ones that are like by the water. You have the ones that are in the jungle. I think in the last Avatar movie, he went to the different tribes and stuff. So you could have your own tribe that you make and fight against other tribes. Would be super cool.
Like your own little clan.
Yeah. There's supposed to be I think like a fire Navi in the next movie, if I understand
dude,
right.
let's go. That would be cool.
Oh yeah.
But can you imagine the futuristic weapons that's involved in that too? I know you kind of got me really thinking about that, but that would be so cool to have all these futuristic weapons that you can choose as well. You know,
Oh
on the
yeah.
multiplayer. Yeah, that would be awesome.
In the game, you get to use the assault rifle and the shotgun as far as the human weapons.
That was my next question. Is there any unique abilities or skills that players can acquire in the game
Yes.
to enhance their gameplay?
So there is a skill tree like your typical Ubisoft game, because it does play very similar to the Far Cry games. A lot of people are complaining about that. Personally, I don't have a problem with that. To me, that's kind of their stick, and they're really, really good at it. So why should they change a formula that's clearly working for them? Because there's going to be people like me that are going to stick with those open world games where you can progress. In this one, your skill tree, you have a gathering skill tree where you can gather more, hold more, and then gather better quality and materials, because you can level up your gear and stuff with that. You can level up your damage. As far as the Ecron goes, you can upgrade new skills where you can do a barrel roll. You can fly over fishing spots to automatically recharge its energy. There's a lot of progression to it. I'm hours in, and I'm nowhere close to being done with the skill tree.
How long is the game? Do you know?
I have no idea. I get stuck exploring because it's, let me put it this way, it is a overload of your senses. Like, not just the visual, but the audible, just everything about that game is, it'll make you just stop and stare for a while.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was just doing some little bit of research on it, and it looks like it uses the Snowdrop engine, which is the same one that made games like Tom Clancy's The Division 2. And
awesome game too.
Those are beautiful, smooth games, so I'm sure this game plays really smooth and has beautiful visuals as well, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it's crazy that there is so much foliage, and in most games where you have that dense foliage, you either get a lag with it, or the depth is really, really, really bad, where you only can see things right in front of your face, and then everything is blurry past that. Right. This doesn't have that. Now, you can change your settings, I'm sure. I have it on the high settings because I'm playing it on the new Xbox S that they released, and everybody was complaining about PlayStation 2 graphics. I don't have that problem.
Right.
You can see the fur on the animals. You can see it moving in the wind. Like, it's...
And that's what's so special about Avatar, right? They push the limits, the movies, with the graphics and everything. So if you have anything comparable to that in video game, gaming lore, I mean, that's going to be a win in itself. Now, is this considered an open world game?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. So, you have your fog of war, or whatever you want to call it, that most games have in open world, where you can slowly expand and explore the area. And so there is a fast travel, but personally I haven't used it too much, which is kind of odd.
You've just been kind of enjoying all the scenery and stuff as you go. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
So do you think is there any negatives? And I know Grace might have some questions for you. This is my last one. Do you think there's anything that they could do better in reference to this game compared to the movies?
One of the small things for me is there's not a melee weapon. You use your fist, which is fine because you're a Navi and you're 3 times as big as all of the humans. So you can literally send the humans flying with a punch. But I would really like to have a spear, because you think about it, they, like the Navi, whenever you see them in the show, they usually have a steer or a boa type weapon. And this one, you have a spear thrower, but you can't use it as a melee.
That's
And
cool.
so I would like to. Oh, it is so cool. Yeah, you send somebody launching, flying through the air after you hit them with it.
Oh, yes,
That's
So
cool.
satisfying.
So yeah, I have
But
a
other
question.
than that,
I have a
Okay.
so with games that are built after movies, one of the things that I love to do is do specific things that I thought was really cool in the movie to actually do them on the game and get that experience for myself. So, there's one experience where I forget the girl's name in Avatar, the first one. She's also in the second one, but what is her name again? Do you remember by any chance? The main love interest to Jake Sully.
I don't remember either.
I don't
if
either.
you hadn't asked me, I probably could have told
Yeah.
you.
Well, her and Jake Sully is in his avatar body, and she is teaching him how to hunt. And then after they get their kill, I forget exactly what it was, but she basically prayed over it or did something where she thanks that animal.
Yeah, you thank the All Mother and send it
Yeah.
the spirit back to.
So, do you do any
the-
kind of hunting or anything like that where you do that?
Oh yes, and
man.
to begin with, you. How do I explain it? Like you are just killing things and harvesting them so you can upgrade because you were raised by humans. But after
Oh.
you go to the first home tree, you get trained by them. And so you go out with their hunters and you go on a hunt. And after you make the kill, she goes up and she prays over it and teaches you how to. And the first
Wow.
couple kills after that, he actually stops. Or my guy's a dude, and he'll stop and do the full prayer over. After a while, he only does like a short prayer, so it shows that he's still doing it, but not taking up your time because that would get kind of tedious.
Right. Wow, that's really
Mm.
cool because
Dude.
that was one part of the movie that really stuck out to me because I am also a hunter, and every time I
Yeah.
get an animal, every time I harvest it, I make sure that I pray to God and I thank him for that animal, and I thank that animal for giving us the ultimate sacrifice so that we can eat it. So I thought that was really cool that they did that on the movie, and that's really awesome that you get to experience that on the game itself. So cool, man.
Yep.
Literally
And
putting food on the table for the family. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. You know?
Yeah, that
Pretty awesome.
part was really nice. It with the hunting, you have a lot of animals that are armored, so you got to know how to hunt that animal in the game, and you have a special sense or a like vision that you can use to see your objectives in the animal trails and collect data in the game. Well, you can also, when you're hunting, you can see the weak spots on the animal, their hearts, where you actually need to hit, which is pretty cool because they're not deer. You don't know where to hit these
Yeah.
animals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
That would
and
be
it
cool.
also works on the Sky People.
That would be cool if you can do that all co-op, all the stuff, and do it co-oply. Like I can just imagine me and Gray, or even you, Daniel, like was sitting there and was like, "Hey, let's go hunting." You know, and
Yeah.
we go over there and we have a strategy, tactical aspect to it to go hunting. That's super cool. That's a whole different.
You have to. Like,
Yeah.
you can't just run up on the animal and shoot it because it will run off. Like,
That's
some
cool.
of the earlier ones don't spook as easy, but most of them, if they see you, they're gone. And you can't one hit hardly anything. It's not that easy, which I enjoy personally.
Yeah, that was one of the things that was cool because we actually, me and you, Daniel, we've been playing Hunter Call the Wild. And if you don't get a good shot, that animal's going to bleed and run. And you have to go really
Which is
slow.
realistic.
It's hard to hit the vitals. So would you say that the hunting on this game is like that or better or different or what?
It's different and the same. So on Call of the Wild, you hit the animal and you have the blood trail to follow. On this one, you have it's more of like a scent trail that you follow that animal. And so you can still follow it and track it down. And you have the health bar over its head like your typical open world video game.
So you see
But
that automatically, the health bar at the top.
as soon as you hit them, that health bar pops up. So you know which one that you've been hunting because the other ones around it won't have that health bar. If you pinged it, it'll have like a little, I think it's like a little red arrow pointing down at their head, basically. But it's different, but it kind of feels the same as Call of the Wild because you do have to track the animals. It's just not.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it.
Not as much of a simulation as it is in the other game, in the actual like what is it
and
called?
You don't have to chase them as far too. They'll after a while they'll calm back down.
Yeah, because you can probably move a lot quieter and a lot faster than a human does. So they have to.
And you can. That's one of the things you can level up is your stealthiness.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
That's
I know
really
with
cool.
Gray being big Metal Gear Solid fan, that would be a huge thing for him. I know he'll like that. With the stealth.
Yeah.
Oh man, the stealth. That was one of the complaints I saw online was Ubisoft's big things in their games are having compounds that you have to go in stealthily, take it out.
Yeah.
Well, this one. You don't have to do it stealthy if you don't want to. You can go in and try to just take it over, but if you take it over with stealth, you get better rewards after they leave.
Right.
And the land heals. It's more.
Well,
it's a lot more.
I just want to ask. I just have to. I know I said last question earlier, but Daniel, I have to ask about the dragon. Is that your favorite part of the game, riding the dragon, or what? Is it dragons? I guess you could call them. I forget what the names of them are.
Ekrons.
Is that the best part of the games, or is it really there's something else you're leaving out?
I don't know if it's the best part. It's one of the most fun parts. It's definitely one of the most cinematic parts. Whenever you get to that point, they play the music that hypes you up, all of that.
Yeah,
one of the most epic moments though was whenever you probably ride the dire horse for the first time. The ambience, the music, you're in the higher planes. It's a whole new area you haven't been before, and it's almost like, okay, after you've rode the Ikron for a while and then it's kind of died down a little bit, then they throw this at you and it's just hyped you right back up because you can't ride the Ikron in that area to begin with. You have to open the area up so that you can ride your Ikron.
So the dire horse,
have to ride the.
So that dire horse is the animal that's got 6 legs and it looks like a horse and a shark kind of mixed up.
Oh, that's cool.
It's the one that Jake Sully tried to ride. Tittery, she tried to teach him how, and then he threw him in the mud.
Yeah, and I think I remember on the movies, its nostrils were in its neck or something, right? Or is that
yes. Yeah. It's like in its breast kind of area.
Yeah. Wow. That's really neat.
Now you got me wanting to rewatch the movies just before playing this game
movies.
Now.
Yeah,
they are.
It's so pretty. The best. Okay, most games, especially survival, open world type games, every time it rains, you go to sleep. You don't want to play in the rain. It's just annoying. This game changes that. When it's nighttime and it starts to rain, and all of the foliage and the animals start to glow.
Just so good.
Yeah.
There's a couple missions that make you play at night so that you get to experience that. And then once you do, you're like, okay, I'll never sleep again.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So
pretty cool.
Overall with this game, Daniel, what do you think? I mean, obviously it sounds like it's a huge recommendation to play this game, right? So I'll let Gray handle this one with the GG rating. Bring them on in, Gray. What do you think about the GG rating? Bring them on in with it.
Yeah, dude. Let's do a GG rating for this. I think Daniel would be one to know and enjoy all the different aspects of the game. Our GG rating is the industry standard for game overviews, says us. And we're going to give Daniel the dire horse reins to guide us on into this GG rating. So if you had to give this a rating between 1 and 10, decimal points are okay, what would you give it?
Oh man, I would give it probably like a 8.56.
I like it. I like it.
8.56. That's really good.
I like it.
It's been a long time
liking
since
it.
I found a game I wanted to come back home and play. It's just, if you want to chill, man, the game's there for you to go and just chill and listen.
So a game that would be kind of in this same vein, but a game you would give a 10 to would be something like Skyrim, right? Like that's just the pinnacle.
Yeah, Skyrim is kind of, you got to.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
so
know there's a lot of people that
re-released
agree
for the
with
past 12 years.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that agree with you on that.
Yeah,
with
so
Skyrim.
this is like really close to that, though, is the way it sounds like.
But
it's probably going to get better
over a bigger
over time,
world, yes.
too. So
it could be.
Oh, I hope so. I hope that they keep either releasing new games or just expanding onto the world. I'd be okay with that, too.
Well, I'll say this. You definitely convinced me before. As soon as it drops on Steam, I will pick this up. Me and Gray will probably game share this in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
I will get it again and play with y'all.
Both buy it and do some co-op. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So you definitely convinced me to get, because before I was just like, oh, it's another movie game. And you know how these movie games can be. They can be pretty bad. So this one actually sounds like it can be decent. Huge Avatar fan and everything. Gray, I appreciate you inviting Daniel onto the podcast. He was an awesome sport with everything.
So good.
He did an awesome job, man. Did an awesome job.
I was just happy to be here, guys.
Oh, yeah. So,
great.
Gray?
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, I'm in the Avatar mood now. My voice is going, but I'm still going to scream from the top of the Hallelujah Mountains. Let's try this game out. Sounds like a good time. And I want to let everybody else out there know, I'm going to talk a little deeper so it's easier to talk. I'm going to let everybody out there know that you can reach out to us. You can, of course, comment on YouTube. You can also, I think actually there's a way to comment on Spotify, but I don't think anybody really does it. But you can also reach out to us at ggrated@gmail.com. No, I'm sorry, ggratedchannel@gmail.com with any questions, comments, concerns, anything you'd like us to go over, any questions you have about a show, episode, anything at all, reach out at ggratedchannel@gmail.com. And of course, we're on everything else, Twitter, TikTok. Thanks to Gino there.
Yes,
He's
sir.
been killing it on the shorts, man. We have one short that actually made it to like 4,000 views, which is our highest.
Yes, 4,000 and 4,000, and we actually had a developer on your Shovel Knight actually comment on it.
Tell them about that. That was awesome.
So we're in this real quick. So listen, let me throw that. I know we was doing the ending, but Gray with his commentary on Shovel Knight, some great commentary in the last episode. We got a comment from the developer of Shovel Knight. So it was really cool to kind of see that he was giving us saying thank you for the shout out.
Yacht
pretty
Club
much.
Games is the name of the developer. Yacht Club Games.
Yep.
Dude, go out, buy this game on Steam right now. I think it might be on sale. No, that's from 2014. But Shovel Knight, the Treasure Trove Collection, includes all the different games of this game where you get to play as all the different characters. So yeah, buy it on Steam. Yeah, it's a good game and it's worth buying for sure.
Guys, we were doing like Gray was saying, we're big. I just want to make sure to throw that out there as well. Like he was saying, is we're getting more into doing the shorts, YouTube shorts, and the TikToks as well. Yeah. So we are on TikTok, we at GG Rated Channel, and YouTube as well as normal when you watch this. So guys, make sure to check out those videos. Make sure you like and follow. If we can get up to 1,000 subscribers on TikTok, we can start streaming the TikTok as well at the same time. So guys, we appreciate all the support.
And don't forget, really quick, if we get 100 subscribers by the end of the year on YouTube, I'm going to shave my head.
We still got time.
Yeah, we still have
got time.
I will shave my head.
We were 30 away. I think like around 30 away.
Yeah,
that's it.
like
So 30 clicks. 30
all
clicks.
this to be gone. But,
Yeah. So guys, make sure you do that. Appreciate you stopping in again. Daniel, thank you so much for coming in, telling us about Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. Look forward to playing it, guys. Y'all have a good day.
Daniel Milner, everybody.
Yeah.
Daniel Milner.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, y'all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.